Thank you, Lord. I read that word. I don't know what they was looking around and looking all sorry eyed for, baby. I was walking the dog. Thank you. I started dancing for my black card. Woo, I started dancing. And they were looking at me like I was mad. I said, you the one mad. You better know. Some of y'all, come on, shake yourself. Lord, was that word for me? Amen. And I'm the one that's in your presence. And I'm the one that you give it to lay at my feet. And I'm the one in 6 months I'm going to see my turnaround. Oh, my God. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm grabbing. I ain't bad. I'm going out of here thankful in the spirit realm. I'm going to leave that other one alone. Are y'all married? Yes, come on, stand up. I know you. We know each other. Your face looks so familiar. I don't remember names. I can't remember faces. I hear the Lord say, thank you. Oh, Lord. He said, there is a series of things that's happening and get ready to happen that's going to cause you to mesh together even tighter than you are. A series of things that is happening and getting ready to happen that's going to cause you. And I see you moving like this into each other so that you are one. Really, I mean, you're one, but I mean really like one body. And so the Spirit of the Lord said, I'm doing this so that you will be able to weather what is coming in your direction. I don't see it as bad, but I see it as challenging. And so the Spirit of the Lord said, I'm meshing you so that your thoughts are His thoughts and His thoughts are your thoughts. And as you walk together, I don't see 4 feet, but I only see 2 feet. I don't see 4 feet, I only see 2 feet. Because you're working so and walking so succinctly in the plan of God for your life. I hear the Lord say the things that were troublesome yesterday are not going to be troublesome tomorrow. But there is going to be new trouble. Now, trouble is relative. Trouble could mean disaster, tragedy. Trouble could just mean pressing in more. And this kind of trouble is not like, doesn't seem to be disasters. It doesn't seem to be death. It doesn't seem to be loss. But it just seems to be something that's going to challenge you to press in even harder to what the Lord has for you. So you're leaving something, but yet there are new challenges that await you, but you're up to the task. I hear thank you. I hear the Lord say that He has birthed in your spirit, that He has birthed in your spirit, He wants it to come alive. You are pregnant. You are pregnant with a vision, and you're pregnant with purpose. And the Lord wants it to be birthed in this season. No more excuses. No more waiting for anybody to say yes. The Lord is saying, give birth to that I've placed in your spirit. Does that make sense? Make sense? Give birth to what He's put in your spirit. Money has never been your problem, and it never will be. Whenever there's a financial situation, it is the belief that God is able. It's not the money. You have commanding power with God. You have an open audience with the king. Use your authority. Esther came to the king knowing that it could have cost her life. But she trusted in the relationship. Said, I'm going on in there. And the king acknowledged her right away. That's how y'all got it. Y'all ain't got to worry about what other people are doing. Y'all got it like that. Go on and press your way into the king. Think of yourself as Sasha and Malia. President Obama said, listen, I'm in a meeting here. Don't answer, don't ring my phone to the secretary. And the phone rang. He said, I told you to answer the phone. She said one word, Sasha. He told the cabinet, that's right, be back. Y'all are Sasha and Malia. And the king is Obama. Give me that picture. So when you need him, he will stop the board meeting to handle your business. Don't be sit out there one Sunday, wait for some secretary to invite you in, knock on the door, and go on in. You got it like that. That makes sense? Does it make sense? You don't got it like that. You have an excellent spirit. And God is really going to bless that spirit. And He's going to bless it with tangible things in this hour. Thank you. This is for everybody. If you missed this one, you suck. The Spirit of the Lord said, I'm getting to redirect funds your way. Redirect kingdom funds your way for kingdom living. Is that all right? Whoa, that was all the prayer. I'm redirecting finances. I'm redirecting funds. Man, did you get that one? Listen, Jesse Duplantis said this, and this is a word for you. Jesse Duplantis said this, and it's in your mouth. The power is in your mouth. And sometimes we don't say some stuff because of people, but listen, God wants you to deal with the people because you got it in your mouth. Jesse Duplantis made a statement, I don't watch TV preachers because I don't want to get my word from the TV. I want to make sure it comes from the Lord. So I don't watch them. I discipline myself not to watch them. I like to, but I don't. But this one night, it was the middle of the night, TV was on, and Jesse Duplantis was on, and he says, God told me to say, I'm receiving $1 million donations. Yes. And he said, anybody in my church got $1 million? He said, I'm receiving it. And he said, a man came up to him in the service and said, Pastor, I'm so glad you said that. Because I got $1 million to give. Oh, wow. I received it. Everywhere you go, let them know that you're receiving $1 million donations. Because you're walking amongst wealthy men and women, but until we know what we want, they will hold what they have. But once we can articulate what it is we want and what we're willing to receive, God has sent them as angels unawares to bless us. I hear the Lord say, you do not have a people problem, a money problem. You don't even really have a health problem. You have a belief problem. And as you believe God for bigger things, not that you don't believe God, but I'm just wanting you to see that if you believe it, He will do it. If you say it, He will say it. Now, the thing about God is, He is able to discern when it's just words. Yes. Amen. Amen. Church folk ain't figured that out. So they say scriptures, and they say stuff, but they really behind it don't believe it. So it doesn't come. Now, Jesse Duplantis didn't really believe it, but he heard God and he obeyed. And he just said it. He didn't think when somebody at that church had $1 million. He just said it. Look at your neighbor and say, just say it. God is redirecting money my way. God is redirecting money my way. God is redirecting the funds I need to pay that bill. God is redirecting the funds I need, oh my God, to buy my new car. God is redirecting the funds I need to get my new house. God is redirecting my funds to get my campus and my homeless shelter. God is redirecting the funds. It's on its way to Zion, and God sends it back to Chester.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
He's redirecting funds. I got to the place a couple of days ago. I didn't have any cash on me, and I had $1 that I wasn't supposed to spend. And I thought, well, I'm gonna spend this dollar because I got to get across this bridge. Which really I could have went down 13, but that's something I struggle with. But anyhow, me and my mother came out of the doctor's office, and there was an envelope on the floor, on the ground. And you know, I don't pick up pennies. I ain't too proud. I just don't do it. Bend it down to process. I don't do it. But that envelope was sitting there. It looked flat. It looked like nothing was in it. But the Holy Spirit said, pick it up. So I picked it up and peeked in it, and I saw cash.
All right.
I put it in my pocket. I said, no, if the person come up to me and say they got it, I got to give it to them. So if you could, let me get out of here with this and let them be blessed on another end. I said, let's redirect the funds. I had any money, it was 3 tens in. I said, thank you, God, for redirecting funds. He said, you got to understand that God redirected that fund from that person to me. I didn't steal it. I didn't ask for it. He just did it. Redirected. Now, if he can redirect 30, how about he redirect 1,000? How about he redirect 1,000,000? I'm going to say this and I'm going to stop. We are missing it. There is in the book of Exodus, when the people of God were taken to the wilderness, there was a plan in God's mind. And he told me, he said, in being a kingdomite, I got to go back to this plan. And the plan is called daily provision. Now, how does that work? Most of us are missing God because we want the whole pie. All right, so now I need $1,500. My rent is $500. My car payment is $300. My light bill is $100. And my so-and-so is $100. And tithes is so much. And I need $1,500. So you start praying for the whole $1,500, and you're looking for God to do it. Now, you don't need the rent money until the 30th of the month, but on the 1st, you've given God that assignment. And then when you go on worrying about it, it don't happen. But when you ask God for what you need today, you look at your bills and say, God, the telephone bill is due today. I need you to redirect my funds for the telephone bill today. That what he does is, like the children of Israel, he came by the day and brought provision for them by the day, because what did that make them do? That made them have to know that it was God that was the provider. He can give you all the month, but you would forget before the end of the month that it was him. But every day you got to go to him and give him your list and tell him what you want, and receive it from him, so it keeps you dependent on the God that we serve. He said, Paula, your problem is getting the priority right. So now I go to him and I tell him what I need today. Lord, I needed $232. I made a commitment yesterday to pay my phone bill, and they told me that it would come out of my account in 3 days. I said, now God, you got 3 days to get that money redirected. I ain't expecting nothing to happen, but it be redirected. I'm not looking for it didn't go through. The devil's a liar.